Today we're going to talk about how ministers are the JV coaches of the world and why that's a pretty good thing. Okay, this year I got to see a lot of different sporting events in high school. I got to see JV events and I got to see varsity events. And let's just be honest, varsity events are better. The players are better, it's more easily run, there's fewer mistakes. It's just a better overall experience, especially if you want your team to win. JV is not as skilled because there's a lot of people who are playing JV that have never played that sport before. Honestly, that's what happens in the high school sports. The people who play, they just try out for their team, they try out for their school because they want to play for their school, but they've never played before. And so there's a lot of not as good players. If you want to see really good quality, you go and see the varsity game. Okay? That being said, I think it's so important that we as ministers embrace the idea that we are the JV coaches. And why is that important? Here's a few reasons. For starters, the JV players are more inexperienced. And because that means they're more experienced, they're more coachable. Hey, here's the deal. Varsity players, they've been playing that sport for years upon years upon years, and they know it very well. They know the fundamentals. And even though they make mistakes, they know a lot of the stuff very well. However, JV players need to be coached up. And so as a JV coach, you have an opportunity to instruct, train, and equip and develop these people to be the players that they want to be, the people that they want to be. And so as ministers, we are the JV coaches because we get to embrace the idea of coaching people up, raising them up, equipping them up to do better. We get to teach them the stuff and really equip them to do the work that they want to do as a varsity player and be on the A team. We have a great opportunity to really instruct people as ministers if we embrace the idea that we are instructing people and we're coaching them up each and every day. So as a JV coach and as a minister, you're a coach that is equipping people up to do better stuff. Another thing that I saw in the difference between JV coaches and varsity coaches is that the JV coach is more of a cheerleader. And we have to embrace that as ministers to be the cheerleader, raising up and equipping and cheering on our volunteers. Here's the deal. Like varsity, varsity coaches are cheering them on and relying on encouragement to do that. But the JV coaches, they have to really sit down and encourage them. I saw so many times on a JV softball game, the coach come up to the batter every time and just say encouraging words, inspiring them because they knew that they were going to have a hard time hitting the ball. But the coach said, I believe in you, I trust you, and I want to encourage you today. So we have a real opportunity to be that cheerleader and encouraging people more so at JV. In varsity, again, the expectations are higher. You want to win the game. You should be able to hit the ball. You should be able to catch that pass. You should be able to do X, Y, and Z. And so the expectations are different. As a JV coach, the expectations are lower. And they cheer them on and they encourage them. And to be honest, it's that encouragement and that cheering on that really makes a huge difference in whether that person's able to catch that pass, make that shot, or hit that ball. So I want to encourage you to embrace the idea of cheering on people just like a JV coach would. And lastly, as a JV coach, as a minister, don't be so focused on the wins and the losses, but be focused on the progress that is being made. Yes, we want to be winning. We want to be succeeding in our ministries. But it is bigger than just the wins and losses. Varsity coaches have to be concerned about the wins and losses because they want to be seated great on districts and then making the conference tournaments and going into the states. JV, it's over after the regular season. They want to be focused on the progress so that they can get up to that higher level, the varsity level, the next year. They want to be encouraging them on, they cheerleading them on, working on progress. So be focused on the progress. Don't be focused on the wins and the losses. Although, again, you want to be winning. Be focused on the progress that is being made. Keep your mind focused on bigger things than just the immediate wins and losses. Focus on the progress that is being made and encourage them and cheer them on to better things. So there you have it. 3 simple things that makes JV coaches different from varsity coaches, but that also makes us as ministers JV coaches. And I hope that you embrace the fact that you can be coaching them, you can be cheering them on, and you can be focused on the progress that is being made rather than the wins and losses and the high expectations that come with varsity coaches. We can all be that JV coach, and we should all be that JV coach and have that mindset as we minister to everybody and we equip and raise up our volunteers right. All right, heroes, that wraps it up for today. Thanks so much for joining me. If you have stories of where felt like you've been the JV coach and that you've been encouraging or challenging or working on the progress that people are making in your ministry, hey, post it in the comment section below. I would love to hear your ideas and your thoughts there. All right, so as we wrap up, make sure that you remember to go to ymsidekick.com and check out all my content with the blog, the vlog, the podcast, and my Twitter ebook. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I would love for you to do that and stay up to date on all the vlogs that I have coming up in the future. All right, heroes, hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one, everyone.